Hey everybody, and welcome back to another live awesome show about crypto. And so we're gonna have a lot of fun there. Pulsechain, TitanX madness, gonna get into that. And of course, Vault Vision is going bonkers, or it is bonkers. It is amazing. We just absolutely love the insanity of it. So we're gonna get into all that today. Hope you guys enjoy it. Obviously, we're gonna kick it off with the stock market results for Wednesday. And of course, we're going to get into crypto straight away after that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I just jumped off the Mafia show, doing a great job over there with Jacob, the founder of Mafia. It's going to be on 4 chains. It really is probably going to be the world's best GameFi projects in crypto on Pulsechain, BNB, Basechain, and Solana. So it's pretty exciting. Going to try and get Jacob on the show to talk more about that. So it should be a lot of fun. Let's see who's in the chat. We got Lice Beneath is back. Good to see you. How are you today? Very, very good, of course. We got Hex Pulsex is center for the win, 100%. That is tracking. We're tracking on that. And we got King Pooh in the house there with the Poorah. Poorah. Good to see you in the house. Craig Pitt as well. Morning all. Hey, Craig. Hope you're doing well, mate. That's I always love your profile pic there with the number 8 there. Looking very good. And I know Jake Sharp would love that. That's for sure with the 8. We got Brendan in the house there. Our TA guru. Howdy, Superman and family. Hey, Brendan. Hope you're doing well out there. Brendan's been just crushing it with all his calls lately, so big shout out for that. Let's get into it. So without further ado, let's jump into the stock market results, and we're going to move quickly through our usual topics here. So we've got Tesla at the moment, delivers Q3 earnings that beat margins, or margins are improving for that, so that's pretty good. Very exciting to see that. Apple, not so much for Apple. So we've got the Dow Jones is actually down almost 1% today, 410 points, a big move there. 42,500. Remember, these things that just come off record-breaking levels. The S&P 500 down almost 1% as well, 54 points to 5,789, and the Nasdaq down 1.6%, 295 points there, 18,277 on the old Nasdaq there. So that's kind of the play. So that is where we are with Tesla results. So at least there's something happening good there. Obviously, Elon Musk creating a lot of the best stuff on the planet these days. Robots, spaceships, I mean, you name it, he's crushing it on that. Let's get into the crypto markets here. We've got Bitcoin at the moment, 66,600, a bit of a pullback down here, down 1.5% as well. Bitcoin dominance at 56%. That's where we are there at the moment on that. Let me just refresh this page. So 56% on that. We've got ETH at the moment, 2,500. Down 4.4%. So if you want to pick up some ETH and get into make some hyperminers or something like that, that's time to do it. That's down 4.4% today. Nice little retrace there if you want to get in. We got Solana is up 1.9%. So we have got some green in the house. We got also thinking of green. We got Litecoin is up just slightly at $70. Even Optimism is also up slightly. 0.2%, $1.71. Optimism there. Everything else is pretty red. We got BNB down 1.7%. We got XRP down 1.5%. ADA down a whopping 4%. And of course, Hodgkinson, they're talking about ADA becoming, was it the second most valuable chain or something like that? We shall see. So it hasn't delivered yet, is it? I think they get too in love with the technology side, the PhD papers and things like that, as opposed to value, right? So that is where we are on the old crypto. Jump into Pulsechain at day 530. We're at quadruple 0466. We're just pretty much down very slightly there, but basically back, moving sideways. 47% of mean sacrifice price. Pulsex at the moment, quadruple 0257. That is down 0.7%. We got that is at just under 26% of the mean sacrifice price. The buy and burn doesn't care too much. It just likes to be fed, and that's at 1,042 billion. Is being bought up and burned 5.18% so far. We got incentive token at the moment, $1.96 down almost 5%. And of course the supply there 45 million, but that doesn't seem to be getting updated lately. We've got Hex at the moment is up 1%, so Hex doing a bit of shining light. And we did see quite a bit of money coming over the bridge into Pulsechain today. So I don't know if that's been deployed yet. But there could be something happening with the old Hex here leading into maybe that, the week leading into the court case on the 31st. So we shall see. We've got 1.2 cents for Hex at the moment. It is up 1%, so it is the winner today. And that's where we are. And we've got EHEX at 19/100th of a penny. Combined price, EHEX and PX has come down. We're at 1.38 cents, 1.38 cents. But PHEX is up a little bit today. So nice, not bad there. Let's quickly go to the gas prices. Obviously, it's super cheap, super fast to do gas prices. Now, thinking of Mafia, there obviously is going to be on, you've got to have it on cheap chains, fast chains. because metaverses don't really work. If they're like on Ethereum during peak markets, doesn't really work. So you need the cheap chains. We got the current bet's 120,000, 2/10 of a penny for a Pulsechain swap at the moment. 5 Gwei on Ethereum, and Pulsechain is still 2,250 times cheaper. So you can see the metaverse is going to be really good for Mafia on the old Pulsechain. We got validators at the moment, 48,686 validators. So obviously Pulsechain's full DeFi, full system stake fork of Ethereum. So it's hardened and battle tested. The bridge at the moment, 106.6 million. So I think we're down about 2 million from yesterday. Obviously with ETH going down there, we can see ETH. And obviously we've got Pulsechain going down, Bitcoin down as well. As we said earlier, EHEX is also down. So that's probably some of the drags that we've had there. DAI is staying up, not too bad, 32.6 million. So some of the stable coins looking not too bad there. And I think we saw some money bridge over to Pulsechain. So that's kind of the results for day 350. Let's get into some of the charts here. Obviously, we're going to jump over to, let's go quickly have a look at Hex, shall we? And see what we've got there regarding the TA. We've got the weekly in at the moment. So the weekly is coming up for a pretty good bullish cross here. So we've got the 13 and the 34 moving on the weekly, about to go a bullish cross here. So it's a golden cross. So this could be almost the end of it for Hex for a nice rally in the week ahead. So keep a lookout for that. Might have a nice green week here leading into the court case. You can see the yellow line there on the 31st. It's about 7 days away. RSI's got room to move too, down 57 on the weekly. Looking at the daily time frame, yeah, definitely plenty of room to move in the RSI 44. And we're having a nice little candle today, bouncing off the 50 moving average. Can you believe it? We've already had a bullish cross on the daily, the 200-day moving over the 50-day in yellow, moving over the 200-day in orange. So this is really, really positive. The only negative would be is if we had this 13-14 cross in the short term. So that'd be bearish. But so far, I think we're looking actually on the bullish side. So we may break to the upside there, looking pretty good for that. Let's see what the 4-hour is telling us as well. 4-hour lead there is giving us a bit of room. We're down at 44. So yeah, let's see what we got. We also hopefully we'll get a bit of movement there in the 4-hour lead. So that is on Hex. Let's quickly look at some of the others. We're going to go to stable coins. Have a look at that. We got PDI at the moment is up 5% today, so we're at just under 0.3 of a penny, so not too bad there. USDC, USDT following up. These are the speculative stables, right? So they managed to make a bit of move there. Haven't got the 1 cent yet though. Got pretty close, but haven't done it yet. And they're miles away from the moment. So that's where they are. Influencer coins. We got Axis is up 12.5%. So there's a bit of money to be made over there on Axis. SolidX is also up 8.6%. Now SolidX is the one you want to keep tracking because it's going to have the big crash game coming. I don't know if it's going to rival Mafia on Pulsechain, but it could be multi-chain as well. Up $13 there, crash game, and that's by Eric from DragonX. And of course, SolidX was from Firewhale, from Randy Alasky's big, multi-millionaire whale friend, and that is there at the moment. So we'll be watching that one towards the end of the year if they can get that launched before Christmas. It'll be pretty cool. Quickly looking at Mafia, of course, we've got Mafia on discount at the moment. It's up slightly at the moment, 1.5% on Pulsechain and BNB. But really good opportunity to accumulate Mafia at these prices. That's all we can say at the moment. Let's jump over to Pulsechain overall. Pulsechain, and let's see what the volume is. $22.7 million, so not too bad. We've had a couple of these days where it's just around 22, 23 million. Obviously 25 to 45 million would be more desirable, but that's not bad. And 305,000 transactions at the moment. And like I say, I saw a bit of money coming over the bridge. We'll see what that does today. We got some movers though in the total coins. We've got 56% on Jupiter. Kumamon here is up 37% as well. These are relatively new coins as well, 1 month, 2 months old. We've got Leonidas there is up at 23%. Presumably that's in honor of Leonidas of Dog Token. And of course, I think we know the founder of this one, right? He also launched Dog on Pulsechain. We've got X over here as well, up 22%. These are all 8 months, 2 months old. Chidian now up 22%. For Investor up 21%. So there's a bit of money to be made. I mean, what's this Pika here, or Pen? What's it? Pen Pineapple. It's been around for 4 months. That's up 18%. Axis as well. Obviously, we talked about that. It's up, and Hexfire as well. Another influencer up 11%. So there is a bit of movement above 10% there. Even BFF here. So a couple of little movers there. So that is where we are with Pulsechain, and we're going to get into TitanX now. I think we'll do that. Who else has jumped in here? Brennan says, I am bullish on the coming days for Hex. Yeah, me too. I think that'll be pretty good. All right, let's jump in. We're going to bring in a TitanX now and go for gold on that. Let's bring that screen up. Now, TitanX obviously having a pretty good field day, having some good profit taking at the moment, but has been doing pretty well. So let's have a look at that. Bam. And there we go. So let's see what the best performer is at the moment. Inferno still up slightly from yesterday. Yesterday did pretty well, up 4%. That's number one. AwesomeX is up 2.2%. JakeX, the main coin, up 1.45. Those are good in the mix. But we've got obviously still a bit of profit taking going on the 24-hour basis. DragonX, TitanX down 1.6%. Hyper down 1.8%. What else is interesting? Hydra Dragon is down 4%. TitanX itself, the medium of exchange, down 5.8% at the moment, and Volt, the big superstar, down 5.8% at the moment. So good entries in on these before we get into the big run expected. We also got the Titan Farms there is currently just below $2, $1.99, down 9.2% at the moment. So taking a little bit of pressure there as the market is kind of pulled back and consolidated for the next run. So let's have a look here. What's the big news? Obviously, we've got the TitanX 369 payout. It is 6 days and 7 hours away, and that's going to be pretty massive, right? $6.5, $7 million, probably more around 6.5 at the moment. So that's huge. Very excited to see that. I don't know if we've got any new launches coming up in the time frame, except for Lotus, which is coming up on the 26th. So that's going to be pretty neat. And let's have a look on the charts here. So this is our time frame. Obviously, we've had a bit of profit taking. We had a massive rally, right? So we did actually get up to the golden ratio up here. I think it was a 2.18 on my different golden ratio, and it has pulled back down here to the support line on a TitanX. So we're back down to 1.2, 1200. Let's say 5 zeros 1200. We were at 5 zeros 1600. Now the bullish thing about this is we actually lost a zero, right? So we actually lost that zero and started moving into the 5 zero mark. So we're at 6 zeros, but now 5 zeros. We had that nice little run here, just getting some consolidation here before we move in to the 369 payout. Pretty bullish. We obviously got Volt is going to benefit from Lotus, and so is TitanX. And that's coming up on the 26th, so that is getting really close on that one. So you're talking about within 3 days, by my count, within 3 days that will be launching. And we've seen some YouTube videos on that. And if you're in Strategy Club, I have posted those in Strategy Club. So if you haven't joined Strategy Club, get your join up today. Links in the video description. Only $35 a month, so pretty good value. And then just after that, we've got the 369, which is within a week from now. Which is pretty hyper bullish, right? So we're really excited about that. Now we're hearing about a lots more different protocols coming, and of course after that we're expecting possibly Pulse Wars in the early November. Yeah, that's brand new on the chart here, and possibly Scale as well in the first week of November. Those are both possible there. And I think the Scale snapshot for DragonX and Baby DragonX holders is ending by tomorrow. Now we don't know; it's a random snapshot, so I think it does end by tomorrow, so you have to double check that, but I think that's the case. And then, of course, we get into the excitement for Volt, right? This is mega awesome. I've called it Volt Vision as bonkers because it's absolutely crazy. It's basically the latest in DeFi, and we're going to see it play out. So we're going to have one pillar there, Viper, DragonX, and it's going to have that new Nexus buy and burn technology with the wheels going round. And as Stevie DeFi says, because they go round. So it's going to be cool there. And so that's coming up on the 8th. And will we get the X28 launching on the 8th? That's kind of where we had it scheduled. Or will that be pushed out into early December, late November? That's going to be pretty interesting. So that's kind of the play there. Imagine that. It's going to be pretty incredible. Now, why is the 8th there? Of course, I told you, Jake Sharp said he was going to finish streaming after that many days. We got the last 400 billion candle coming up for TitanX. It really is the end of any significant inflation. And also, it's 9 days after the 369 payout, and it's on an 8th of November. It's on the special 8 number he likes. So that's kind of the play there. And of course, after that, a week after that, maybe about the 16th, we're going to get these 10 other pillars. Yeah, it used to be 7. Now it's 10. So we've got Turbo and Hyper. So Hyper is going to get some love. So if you've got Hyper miners, they're going to probably get more valuable because there's a place for Hyper to go in addition. We've got the Bull Inferno there. That's going to be pretty cool for Inferno. So Inferno already getting some love from Flux and Alien X, right? So that's going to get more love from the Bull. We've got Xario there for Lotus. Obviously, Lotus is about to launch within 3 days. So that's going to get some mega love there. So that's going to benefit Lotus, and Lotus is going to benefit Volt. So Volt's just going to be absolutely epic with that. Gold, Element 280, obviously you can get some love there, doing some good numbers on those. Awesome X, of course, is Awesome V. Now, Hydra also, we talked about Hyper with Turbo, but Hydra's going to get some love there with Beast. And so that's going to be really, really good for Hydra, especially with coming, we've got, quite a bit of inflation coming out in the next week or so. So I think that's going to be really, really, really important. Then after that, we've got Aeon coming, and then Farm Abe. That's going to be good for the Titan farms and how eat some of that excess TitanX, Tink token that's coming out. Then we're going to have Ouroboros with the lending. So that's just added new. That's brand new. So we'll see what the name of that's going to be. Is it just going to be called Ouroboros? Maybe it is. But it looks like that's going to be big pulled into the mix as well. Obviously, the big lending. And then a mystery one, whatever that will be. Will it be X28? Who knows? Let's see what happens there. With the mystery one, could be pretty exciting. Now, what do we got here? So also, in addition to here, I haven't got on here, but we could have Ouroboros itself, the lending platform launch. That is multiple collaterals. In other words, that's another supply sync. So we're going to supply sync in these pillars. We're going to have with buy and burns. We're going to supply sync potentially with Ouroboros in November. This whole ecosystem is about to really explode. It's pretty exciting. Now, by the time we get to the end of the month, before I finish the pillars there, they're going to try their best to launch them in one day, but if they can't, they're probably going to launch a couple every couple of days. So that's probably it from the development team. So we'll see how that plays out. But anyway, by the end of November, we're expecting the final bit there, at least for this phase of the Vault Vision, and that is to have Vault Wheel, which is going to make all these others spin even faster. So, and that's going to require TitanX. So if you imagine Vault taking TitanX in the beginning, and then you're going to have a Vault coming in at the end with TitanX coming in, and all these other ones are spinning around. Now, these pillars, of course, they take the native tokens. So Turbo will take Hyper, Bull will take Inferno, etc. And, of course, then we're going to have triple burns in there, right? Triple burns. So it's going to be pretty awesome for Vault and Hyper and things like that. So Hyper's going to have Dragon X as the input token. Hyper's going to be the native token for that protocol. And of course, Vault as well. Vault will benefit from all these protocols. Pretty powerful stuff, as well as then the native token there as well. Then at the end, we're going to have Vault Wheel. Now, Vault Wheel will have its own token called Wheel, and that's going to take TitanX in, and that's going to be spinning all these other different wheels as well with buy and burns for what would be 11 buy and burns. It's going to be pretty amazing. And so you can imagine if these pillars are the spoke of the wheel. Then this is the tire or rim there, and it's going to be spinning it around, and bam. So it's going to be pretty cool. Was Stevie Devo would say, it's going to be pretty awesome. So that's pretty exciting. Roadmap for November, and then we've got all these other projects coming out after that. So and many of them are going to benefit Hyper, which is going to add even more bullishness for Hyper there, and Hydra as well is going to get some love with Draco. So it's lots of projects there. Got a few more for Inferno, etc. So lots of stuff coming down the pipeline. And that's not even all the projects. So yeah, it's going to be really exciting. And of course, let's quickly talk about what this looks like now with the Vault Wheel. It is pretty bonkers. So pretty exciting there. You can see how all the different pillars are around the outside, and the Vault Wheel's in the middle there, spinning them all. So it's going to be buy and burn on buy and burn. It's going to be pretty crazy on buy and burn. That's pretty much it. So that's all the key takeaway. Remember, 100% buy and burn. It's not a flywheel. It's a Vault Wheel. Interconnected system, value exchange, liquidity bonding, synergistic effect, Vault Wheel concept of Vault technology leverage play, which is pretty exciting. So I think people are very happy there. Brendan says Stevie D is a mad scientist. He is indeed. So that was kind of the theme of today's video, was Pulsechain TitanX madness. Vault Vision is bonkers. Love the insanity. It's kind of fits in pretty well with that, Brennan. We got Crypto Land in the house there. What's up with Zen and X1? Am I thinking buy here $5 bill without knowing any kind of details? Remember Zen from the first days minting? Yeah, Crypto Land. Yeah, well, apparently there is the burn parties I think coming up. I think someone showed that today. So maybe they're getting pretty close to that part of it in the pre-launch to X1. So we'll try and get more details on that. But that was out today. While we're checking on X, but it looked like some burn parties have popped up there on one of the user interfaces, so we'll try and get more info on that. It's got to be getting close, I reckon. Certainly, probably, maybe after the US election on the 5th, might be a pretty good time there for Jack Levin to launch that. All right, so that's kind of where we are at the moment on a Vault Wheel. Let's get back into so that is the roadmap as well. So that's what we've got coming out at the moment. And let's have a quick look at what the inflation is at the moment for TitanX. we actually started to have more deflation as well. Let's have a look there. We're at 45.1, so we had actually gone up to about 45.8, so we are starting to go back down again. So we have got a deflationary day today, so down to 45.1 trillion tokens. That's 21.5% of supply. Let's quickly go to the June report, have a quick look at the remaining inflation. It's very, very little. I think we're looking at maybe 5 to 6 trillion tops at the moment, somewhere like that, maybe around 5 trillion still to come out. It's probably somewhere in that ballpark. So let's have a quick look at the numbers. And let's have a look where we're up to here. How far am I gone here? Let's go back. Oh, no, I'm going further down. Actually, where the charts gone? They look like they've all changed. Am I on the right one here? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, this is a brand new chart. So here is the remaining ones here. So you can see all the remaining charts. This is the remaining candles. See how green they are? Whereas this is all of the purple stuff is all the stuff that's come out so far. The green is what's coming out at the moment. So today we're expecting about 126 billion or something. So yeah, not much to come out as well. Let's have a look here. Yeah, very small amounts coming, which is pretty epic. So this is the last of the green. Look how big the candles used to be. Very, very little coming out now. Like I say, maybe about 5 trillion plus or minus. It is pretty exciting. Just looking at some of these. So these are tokens minted this month as well. October, 11 trillion. So we're just about all the inflation's out, and it's exciting to see where this is going to go, right? So that would take us to what, maybe around 50 trillion. And of course, we've got all the burning. So it's really going to go into this deflation and hyperdeflation sort of a feeling, especially when you've got all these projects that are going to be launching, like we see here on the roadmap. I'm very excited about where that's going. We've got Brian in the house. Hey, Brian, good to see us up, folks. Hedgehog as well. Woohoo! Good to see Hedgehog. Hope you're doing good. Look after yourself there, folks. So yeah, this is pretty exciting. Let's quickly go to have a look at any of these other charts that are happening. So let's jump into some of these. Like I say, we've got Awesome X doing pretty well at the moment. Let's have a quick look there. Flux is sort of lifted too. The amount of flux going in is pretty nice. And let's have a quick look at Volt. Obviously, Volt on the pullback here and lead up to that vision playing out. So now it's kind of the best time to get in here, right? So we ended up having a little bounce back to 6.5 cents. Got pulled back all the way to 5.5 cents. Now we're back up. It's almost 5.9 cents again. So a really nice little pullback here for this after reaching the golden ratio. So that is exciting. So we could look at the auction so far. Obviously, people love going into auction, especially the whales. We're at 350% ROI. It looks like we've got 86 billion there at the moment, and we've got 14 hours, 20 minutes to go. Pretty exciting. But let's have a look at the actual liquidity. 26.16% burned. We've only got 778 million tokens left. So that's getting really rare. Obviously, increasingly rare. And when we get all these different, pillars and stuff launching, you can imagine how fast this stuff's going to burn off. It's going to be pretty exciting to see that. Very cool. There's only 33.7 million in the vault balances for the perpetual auctions. That will get boosted by some of these protocols with the pillars. But yeah, it's going to be fun to see how all that play out in any case. All right, so that is some of the cool stuff happening there. Let me jump over to the rest of the things that are happening. So that is on Vault. So a really good entry price to get on that. What else are we going to say about this? So look here. Yeah, Ouroboros down 66 cents at the moment. Element 280 is down at the moment as well. Now looking at the 6 hourly, let's see what sort of action we've had here. JGX and Mincoin up as well. Element 280 up. Flux is up. Hydra there moving up there as well. Let's have a look at the ratio to Hydra. Hydra to TitanX is sitting at 54, 55. So that's pretty similar. But we are going to get a lot more Hydra coming out in the next couple of weeks. So just remember that we'll see what impact that has, obviously. That's before the pillars come out. And yeah, a Vault there sitting at 48,300 on the ratio. So not bad. Now, Inferno had a bit of a rally, didn't it, yesterday? And that seems to have cooled off. Let's see there. Yeah, so it had quite a rally there yesterday. And has just cooled off right now, just below 2,000, 2,000. So not bad there. Let's see what the actual amount of inflation is on Inferno. Remember, Vaults, DragonX, and Inferno are kind of like the store of value coins. Yeah, we've had a bit of a burn off today, especially with I guess we've got ADNX going into week 2, right? So Inferno has got 2 trillion and 776. So that's definitely gone down from last night, sitting around 52% burn. So it's going to benefit from that. Let's go to the website for the AlienX, which is the latest project to launch. Have a quick look at that and see how that's going. So we are in cycle 2 starts in 14 hours. So 14 hours to go until AlienX cycle 2 starts. And we're seeing some pretty interesting stuff. So as Inferno gets more scarce, the core gets filled up, right? Gets more buying burn power. So it's going to be bullish for AlienX. It's got that lovely flywheel effect. So kind of cool. The other one is Orobox or ORX that is open at the moment. And let's see where that is at on the minting. Not sure, Mint ORX or Mint on USD. I think we've got this one here, Mint ORX. See how this goes. We've got 2.28 trillion in there at the moment. 593,000 ORX has been minted. 409 million ORX token is in vesting. So that's case to be dripped to people, isn't it? And the rate at the moment is sitting around about 8,000 TitanX per 1 ORX token if you're going to go in there at the moment. Just started to go up the angle. You know, it was all flat rate at the time here, about 6,000 TitanX per ORX, but now it is costing about just under 8,000. So what's that? Up about a third of the rate, and it's only going to get increasingly worse for you the longer you take to get in there. So just remember this does have 100% buy and burn, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this plays out. And of course, when the protocol launches, the lending protocol with the USDX token, it's really going to supercharge the market and a better supply sync as well. So it's going to be fun to see the role of that big DeFi project in TitanX. So some good stuff happening there. Let's quickly see if we've got anything else we want to have a look at. I think that was it on the charts. Let's have a quick look at the hub, see if anything else. Element 280, of course, is pretty cool. People are pretty excited about this. Now you can mint these out and you'll have a perpetual income earner pretty much. And we've got the user vault coming up with the rewards every week. So every 7 days, we've already had one big payout. There's $261,000 in this week's payout with 85 hours to go. So if you did mint one of these, you would, one of these, maybe a billion TitanX or something like that, you can do down to as small as 100 million, as high as 10 billion. And of course, you'll get a bit more of a share of that reward pool. And it's going to keep probably just making money. That's pretty exciting. People can burn the NFTs too. So you'll get, if they do that, you're going to get a bigger share of the pool. And let's have a quick look at the stats on that. So if you did one of those there, so we got 3,890 NFTs left. We've still got quite a few days for people to mint, particularly after the 369 day coming up in less than 7 days. There's 31,505 multipliers. That's what you want to compare yourself to if you do get a mint one out. So if you did mint for example, you did mint a rare, it would cost you 1 billion TitanX. That'd give you a 10x amplifier. So that 10x divided by the total amount of amplifiers there will give you an idea of what your percentage is of the reward pool. So let's have a look here, and I think it's about $700 or something for if you do it like a 10 billion NFT. So something like that, $7 a week. The NFTs burned so far 1,529. So we've got people trying to claim their element or E28 tokens for the price, burning those. So that helps to make it more scarce as well. So some pretty exciting stuff there. Also, I've had lots of other tokens. Obviously, it benefits as a big buyer. It buys and burns all the different other project tokens here. It's doing a great job of that. And the buy and burn still got plenty of buy power in it, which is kind of cool to see. We can see that there's calls going on all the time. Plenty of TitanX in there. Look at that. All that going to buy and burn all your favorite projects in the TitanX ecosystem, which is pretty cool. And they get called up. And, this one's already from 5 seconds, isn't it? The Helios one. So pretty cool. So that is looking pretty good, and pretty good medium long-term hold for one of these is if you want to have at least get one of them in your portfolio. Definitely something worth considering there, because it can be a bit like last man standing, but you're going to keep earning income from it, and that could increase as people burn tokens. I think we're going to have a bit of a flurry, and it finishes in 16 days and 13 hours. Then we're going to have a bit of a flurry at the end, and of course that will be after the 369 ETH payout, which means that we might get a lot more people going in there too for that. You will need TitanX to go in there though. So there's three different type of NFTs: common, rare, and legendary. And within that, you've got your standard one and your AMP one. So that's pretty much how it works. And you just sit back and earn the fees, and earn the crypto that's going in there. And if you want to claim your NFT tokens, you can do that too. Otherwise, you just sit back and earn a bit of the share of the rewards. It's pretty neat. Now, the rewards are an element 280, so it's going to play, and of course, it's going to benefit from the pillars coming out, right? Because there's a project for that, which is pretty neat. So cool stuff happening there. Probably get more stuff from the developer as well, which is pretty cool. Let's quickly look at the Tink farm while we're here, because you do like these last couple of protocols, or offering something different for everybody. And everyone's loving these farms, right? These farms are crushing it. So we've got just under $2 for Tink price. We've got 110,000 Tink burned so far, $220,000. We've got just under 1.2 million Tink in circulation. What else? We've got 34 million in liquidity pool. We have had that over 40 million, we know, before the pullback. Just keep a lookout for that, because I think that's going to heat up pretty fast. It's moving into December to $100 million or so. So keep a lookout for that. That's going to be pretty cool. APR still looking pretty hot for the TitanX Hydra, 445%. What's the next best one? Hyper TitanX. That's the next best one, 357. And of course, now that we've got projects coming out to build on those, we've got at least 4 or 5 on Hyper, and at least 1 or 2 coming on TitanX, or 2 at least on TitanX, and probably going to have more there with the on Hydra. That's going to be really, really good for supply sinks, as well as this farm is supply sink, right? So it's kind of cool to some degree. Yeah, what else we got there? TitanX farm, 309%. We know that there's going to be a pillar for that as well, part of the Vault vision. So it's going to help get Tink off the market, and we'll probably have more projects pulled on that. And yeah, TitanX looking good. The Vault one there as well. Now I think if there's there's still money to be earned on that. Wrapped ETH TitanX ticking away there as well. So what's that? The number 4th best one. Yeah, ETH TitanX. That's pretty good, isn't it? 295%. Well, that's pretty good. You will have impermanent loss on that, of course, if you even with a full range there. If TitanX goes up, you're gonna you end up with a lot more ETH, but you will be earning a pretty nice APR on that. What else? We got ROX, of course, got added pretty early. Now I don't know if it's the volume has met standards, but the Tink has gone down to 0, it says here, but it still says 0.22% waiting. So I don't know if the volume on that protocol has met standards. So question mark there, but still saying an 82% APR, and it does have, you still earn the fees, right? So if you go to earn, you're still earning LP fees for these non-input tokens, right? So that's kind of pretty important. And yeah, everything else, Inferno still earning nice, and I think it's still got a reward, is it? Yeah, 0.02% Tink. That is ticking away there. So farm's looking pretty exciting, and I think there's going to be more to come, right? Let's have a look at the burns at the moment. Lots of $40,000 worth of TitanX being burned, $24,000 worth of Hydra, $11,000 worth of Hyper burn so far, and we've got plenty in the active burn. So this is the one that's actually still there to be burned. $80,400 in the old Tink. So buy and burn Tink with TitanX. There's a lot of TitanX in there. And yeah, it looks like everything else is pretty much buy Tink and also burn Tink, and the other farm here, burn Tink with ETH, is both all being used up at the moment. So, but there's plenty of TitanX to go burn Tink with, which is going to keep that burn rate up pretty nicely. So we're sitting at about 1% burn rate, 10% burn rate there at the moment, just under 10% burn rate on the old farm at the moment. So keep a lookout for that. As volumes increase, more fees come in, and of course the buy and burn is going to be increased, right? That's basically the idea. And of course, if you add in high volume other farms, you're going to bring in more volume that way. And also if the prices go up, you're going to increase the volume that way. And of course, we're moving into hyper deflation with TitanX, so that's going to be bullish. And of course, now we're moving into that next range, right? We really get some exciting stuff with second layer protocols. Obviously, it looks like the Vault pillars as part of the Vault vision are going to supercharge that. Going to be pretty exciting. So that is looking pretty good on the old farms here. Lots of cool things happening. What else could we say about this at the moment? Everything looking pretty good. Yeah, you got to keep tabs on the supply numbers, but we have lots of things coming up. USDX, of course, with Ouroboros coming up in a couple of weeks. That's going to be big supply sync, and also for multiple tokens will be able to be used as collateral, and of course also potentially adding further buy pressure on the existing tokens. So looking pretty good there. Let's have a look at some of these. Felix has been delayed, right? Felix has been delayed. Matrix, of course. I think that's coming to Hyper. That's from Mike Dean. So that's should be pretty fun. Let's just see if they've got a website. Yeah, nothing really happening now on the website, but Telegram group is active, so you can get in there on that. Pretty cool. Thought I was going to sneeze there for a minute. Yeah, Lotus is the next one coming up, of course, 26, only 3 days, within 3 days away. And there's some videos out there on that, especially in our strategy club. You can see them there. Warp Token had a bit of controversy, but it looks like they made up with Stevie there from the LP team. So that's ticking away. And Morpheus there from Rags to Riches is also coming up as well. It's going to be for DragonX, right? Benefit DragonX. Here's the wheel. Well, this is the last one coming out at the end of November, so that's coming up there. That's going to make all the pillars spin. We've got quite a few of the pillars already on the list. Viper, what's this? Bull, Phoenix, Xara, and Gold are all there. Now, Scale's a different project. That's from Baby DragonX. They could be launching, like I say, early November. So, and there's a snapshot, isn't there, for Baby DragonX and DragonX holders to give some sort of benefit multiplier on that. Let's go a quick look at that Scale one. So there we are, Baby Scale. So this is coming up as well. And yeah, we'll keep a lookout for that. All right, so that is kind of what's happening on that. Let's see. I think that was kind of a good coverage of that one. It is looking absolutely bonkers with the old Vault Vision. Those pillars are looking absolutely amazing. Let's see here. What else we got on the comments? We got Anita in the house there. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Anita, hope you're doing well. Big shout out to you. Nice to see you in the chat. And a special shout out from Brian and Lies Beneath as well. So getting lots of love there. Brendan says, is Eric talking about launching farms on Pulsechain? He is indeed, which is a good place to forget our final topic because, yeah, Eric teased about the volumes. Now, obviously, there's going to be a challenge with some of the volumes here. Maybe PDDC going to have pretty good volumes over on Pulsechain to have those farms launching there. Obviously, the Richard Heart tokens have a lot of the volume. So, yeah, trying to find enough farms to get the volume is going to be pretty interesting. But once again, all Pulsechain ones should be fine. Hex, Pulsechain, Pulsex. So it's a big, big deal. And it's a new model, right? It's a new model of farming. And at the moment, TitanX is benefiting from it. But wouldn't it be beautiful to see that over on Pulsechain? And of course, we can have bridged in TitanX over there, right? So supply sync on Ethereum, bring it over to Pulsechain. So sync that too. Yeah, could be amazing. So nice initiative there from Eric. Look forward to seeing it happen. And it could happen very quickly, as my guess, obviously. EVM chain and all. Good mention there, though, Brennan. And we've got Joshua Hill in the house there. Good day, sir. Hey, Joshua, hope you're doing well. Good day to you, Ursula. So lots of cool things happening in TitanX. We've got things happening in Pulsechain. Obviously, some big stuff there. Potentially Titan Farms news today coming to Pulsechain. Big deal. We've got Magic Carper Ride is got 2 projects, an OTC coming as well, and the other project, which is skipping my mind at the moment. In fact, I've got it in here, so just let me pull it up. Steakhouse, yes, Steakhouse is coming. So that I believe that, if I remember right, is for Hex. So that's coming up as well. So it looks like we've got 2 different things coming there from the Magic Up Ride. So yeah, exciting. So yeah, it's going to be on testnet. Steakhouse is going to be a testnet within 24 hours. So we got Mafia, obviously on the Pulsechain. We got Magic Up Ride with their project Steakhouse OTC coming to Pulsechain, and also we've got big news here with the Titan Farms. These are big projects. So it's really good to see them, Pulsechain continuing to evolve, which is pretty exciting. Hey, Wookie's in the house there. Hey, good to see you. Wookie appears. Good to see you, Wookie. The Syndicate Capo in the house. We got UFO Alders in there. Vault, on fire. Yeah, Vault's a really good time to pick up some Vault now for that next push right into November. Cool. If you're in Strategy Club, get in there today. Links in the video description, of course. What else? Anyone got any other topics? We're pretty early today, 38 minutes. So if you got any other questions or any other intel, get them in the chat. Then we'll talk about that briefly. Otherwise, we'll end up catching you in Discord on it. Let's see. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I think that's it. So get in here and let's see. Anyone got any comments? No, that's it. I think we went to. Xology says when moon. Yeah, well, I think November's looking very good. US election. I think if Trump wins, that's very bullish for the markets. And maybe the markets will take that and rally us all the way into Christmas. Maybe very quickly get to a 90K Bitcoin plus when Vault to $1. Well, you'll have to join Strategy Club for price predictions on that. That's sitting in Strategy Club. So yeah, bring it on. So what else have we got going? Anyone else got any other things that they've seen in the chat? Get it in there and we'll talk about that. No one's got something? Come on, let's do it, guys. Let's get it out there. We've got 20, 24, 25 people watching at the moment. So get in on that. let's get your ideas. What is pumping? What is interest to you on Pulsechain or in TitanX or even X1? We're coming up there with Jake Sharp. So let's see. Yeah, Brian's got his link in there. Big shout out. So cool. Join up today with that. Only $35 a month, so really good value. Multi-chain. There's a private club in our Pulsechain Hex Discord. Lucky I'm already in the strategy club, says Brennan. Nice one there. See what you did there. Any other comments? Let's get them in. Come on, guys. Let's come. Do you like Rags to Riches stuff? Do you like Rags to Riches? He's doing his project on TitanX. He's got his own development team. Does Pulsechain. What's the last thing he did for Pulsechain? He did the endowment token, did he? With Rags, with Rich Dad. What's it? Rich Dad? No, I've just forgotten his name now. We've forgotten there. We got Morpheus is coming. So Morpheus is coming to. He is to believe they got the Matrix theme as well. It's funny, we got the Matrix themes. We moved from dragons and now we've got Matrix themes coming. But now we're also all over the place with these themes now. What else? Let me scroll down here. My mouse has been playing up lately, so that's just the way it goes. Loving my Dragon X's Craig Pitt. Absolutely is looking good, man. And it's only days away, right? Until it gets a lot of payouts. That's going to be pretty cool. In fact, let's go have a look at the payouts for that. So we're going to go Titan Watch and see how much Dragon X is going to get. It's going to be a major deal because obviously going to be buying TitanX up with millions of dollars, and also going to benefit from the Dragon X burning itself with this ETH. So it's going to get 1,050 ETH, man, and that's only ticking away less than what did we say? Let me get the calculator here. Less than 6 days, 7 hours and 18 minutes away for that. So it's just ticking within the week. It's almost down to 6 days again. So that's going to be pretty exciting, and it's going to get that much money. $2,650,000 now. If ETH starts to rally towards the end of the month, then it's going to go up, right? But 44.5% going to buy and burn Dragon X. 44.5% going to go and buy TitanX up off the market and stake it, and it's gone for pretty much forever. So that's pretty exciting. I think it's sitting at around about 44% of the total shares at the moment in TitanX. So that's some cool stuff there. Nice one. We got Ufologist says, I love the buy and burn stats on the Vault page. 26%. I know, it's pretty awesome, isn't it? They're actually going down pretty fast. Imagine when the Vault vision plays out, the pillars. It's going to be absolutely insane. Phoenix white paper is out, says Brennan. So that would be on the TitanX hub, wouldn't it? So that'd be the Phoenix. Let's go there. Phoenix out there. So let's go look over on here. Phoenix there is a benevolent staking whale on Flux, Blaze, and TitanX. How about that? So Phoenix is a benevolent staking whale, and Flux, Blaze, and TitanX rewards received are used to maintain the stakes and fuel the Phoenix buy and burn. It's even got Superman there, is it? I don't know, but that's pretty cool. See the little Superman. The white paper of Team Phoenix blows my mind. So it is out and about. So kind of cool. The Phoenix white paper overview, and it's got it in there as well. So they've got a bit of details about that official white paper link there. So we'll have a quick look at that. What have we got here? Mining and TitanX allocation. Minting and TitanX allocation. So they've got, looks like decreasing ratio. So day one, so that's 1 to 1. So 1 TitanX to 1 Phoenix. By day 25, 28, it's going to be 1 to 0.8. So that's not too bad actually on the decrease, is it? And so 28-day mint phase there from the looks of it. Let's see what else we got here. TitanX received during the mint will be split as follows. Flux stake is 28%. TitanX stake is 22%. Max Blaze stake 7%. Phoenix buy and burn 35%. And Genesis 8%. So that's the allocation there for that. What else we got about this liquidity pool? Is it a V3? It is. Yes, it's a V3. Starting off 1 to 1 TitanX there. The first 10 billion TitanX will be paired with Phoenix there for that. So it could not be very bad. Let's quickly look at the stake trinity. So this is a staking there. Phoenix will also be a perpetual TitanX staker and own a percentage of all Ethereum payouts. So it's going to get Ethereum for that. What else there? 48.5% buy and stake TitanX. 43.5% Phoenix buy and burn. They got mechanisms there. We have a Blake stake, of course, that earns Ethereum too, doesn't it? So pretty short. Yeah, looks like they've done that too. And Phoenix buy and burn. They've got different words there. 43% of the rewards received by TitanX stake and Flux. So they've got those going there. Much like the buy and burn TitanX, the amount and time of it is adjustable. auction balance of 50%, burn 50%. And this way, Phoenix is able to burn its supply, provide fuel for the daily auction, which in turn provides fuel back to the buy and burn. So that's a cool sort of vault type mechanism there from the looks of it. And they're going to have daily auctions starting after the 4-week main frame. So after on day 29, they're going to have daily auctions with 2.5% of the auction balance is up for grabs. So very vault-like, isn't it? With this, because this does seem to work pretty well. Let's have a look at the visuals. That is the visuals, so you can check all that out. Wow. There we go. There's the visuals there. Phoenix minting. Gives you the allocations into Inferno, Blaze, Flux, Phoenix, the buy and burn, the Flux stake, etc. So it's like cool to see the visuals. These are much better visuals, aren't they, than normal? And they've also got the flows here as well. So lots of rewards from all the stakes. Phoenix buy smart contracts, burn Phoenix, and also re-auction it again. So I like this is a much better measure mechanism. And of course, they've got audits yet. I guess they're coming. So that is coming up from the team there, looking not too bad. Interesting, another project there that people can think about. So I'll post that in the chat there if you guys want to check out the Phoenix white paper. But obviously, you can. We might post it in the Strategy Club too. What else there? Brian says no backup mouse yet. Come on, boss. No, I need to get a mouse pad. I need to get a mouse pad. Yeah, that was a new project. I would be building staking payouts on Hyper. Will get juicy. If it was a new project, I'd be building staking payouts. I'm not sure how you wrote that, but it's confusing me a little bit. Anita says I just hold TitanX as I cannot be bothered to be sitting on a computer all day trading to get my head around this. Like that is a smart play, Anita. So if you don't, if it's all too much to you, the ecosystem expanding so fast, just get TitanX because it's kind of hyperinflationary. That makes a lot of sense. Alternatively, you could get an NFT and Element 280. That's another alternative way potentially. What else there? We got Brennan says Anita buy a couple E2. Hey, you just see what I just said. All the projects up and coming. Yeah, that is the play. That is the play. All right, so there's two options there. And then you could do a 50-50 or not. Depends how much TitanX you got. But in any case, you can just hold TitanX and let the system play out. That's pretty much it. All right, so that is where we're up to. I think 46 minutes on the hour. I think that was pretty good. And no one else got any other suggestions to look at? Let me know. Anita says thanks. You're most welcome. And on behalf of Brennan, he's as well. So yeah, is that it? Is that all we got today? You guys pulled out. That was a pretty good one though. Phoenix was a pretty good one there. So shout out to Brennan there. And of course, yeah, the Vault Vision's looking absolutely crazy good. Yeah, Brennan says you use TitanX to get them, Anita. Yes, you do indeed. Big thumbs up there from Brennan. All right, we're going to wrap up there. 47 minutes on the hour. Hope you guys enjoyed today's market update. Yeah, we'll try and get a bit more news around next one as well. That we did see something on a UI around a burn party, so maybe that's gearing up, and maybe after the US election, maybe that's when Jack Levin's going to launch that. At least parts on the lead up to X1. So looking forward to it. All right, take care. I'll catch you guys in Discord, and until then, I'll see you probably on Saturday in 2 days' time. So I won't be streaming tomorrow, but in 2 days' time, I'll see you again. Okay, take care, everybody, and bye for now. You know it. Take care. See you, guys.